Rivers give life, but rivers can also create a kind of schism between two countries or two states. We are talking about Karnataka and the century-old Cauvery water dispute between Karnataka and Tamil Nadu. Have you ever wondered why it's spelled Cauvery, K-A-U-V-E-R-Y? Why not K-A-V-E-R-I? We are still following the British spelling. Well, that's neither here nor there, we will figure out, but then the dispute between Karnataka and Tamil Nadu refuses to die down. This Cauvery is a sacred source of sustenance for both Karnataka as well as Tamil Nadu, as it flows through both the states, as also the union territory of Puducherry, with Kerala also receiving a share of its waters. Like I said, the war over Cauvery is centuries old, dating to even the time which is prior independence in 1947. The recent flare-up between Tamil Nadu and Karnataka is because Karnataka is facing severe drought-like conditions and therefore has released only 26.7 thousand million cubic feet of water against the demand of 86.36 till 22nd of August, which is just gone by, and this has made Tamil Nadu see red and it approached the Supreme Court. Now, let's, like I said, it goes back to the 1800s, but let's go back a little into history. Now, in response to Tamil Nadu's plea back then, a tribunal was formed which issued an interim award on 25th of June 1991. The award mandated that Karnataka should assure Tamil Nadu guaranteed inflow of 205 TMCFT of water annually to the state. It may be recalled that terrible riots had broken out in Karnataka and Tamils were attacked, with many fleeing Karnataka to the safe haven of their own state. One recalls this very, very clearly. Several outfits were formed to solve the Cauvery crisis. I'll just read it out to you. It's a long list, but I've truncated it, like the Cauvery River Management Board, which is CRMB, the Cauvery Water Management Authority, CWMA, the Cauvery Water Regulation Committee, CWRC, and of course the CWDT, or Cauvery Water Disputes Tribunal. In its recent plea, the Tamil Nadu government contended that the government in the neighbouring state had failed to comply with the SC's 2018 order directing Karnataka to release 177.25 TMCFT of Cauvery water to Tamil Nadu. Meanwhile, the Supreme Court asked the Cauvery Water Management Authority, which is meeting now on 28th of August, to decide the release of river water for the next fortnight from Karnataka to Tamil Nadu, which is currently engaged in a war of words over scheduled releases. The apex court also said it did not really possess any expertise on this entire issue and therefore sought a report from the Cauvery Water Management Authority. The Karnataka government earlier opposed Tamil Nadu's plea in the apex court seeking the release of Cauvery water to irrigate its standing crops. The counsel for Karnataka told the court that Tamil Nadu's application was based on the assumption that the rainfall had been rather normal this year. Now, the Supreme Court was hearing a plea preferred by the state of Tamil Nadu seeking direction to the state of Karnataka to immediately release 24,000 cubic feet per second, that is cusecs, from its reservoirs and ensure the availability of water sooner rather than later. The court adjourned the hearing on the Cauvery dispute until next month, I think it's the 1st of September, after having directed CWMA to submit the status of reservoirs in the two states. When will this go away, or rather when will it find a resolution, the Cauvery River? Captain Raja Rao will be with us, who is the retired Secretary of MI and Environment Government of India. But before that, let's hear what the Chief Minister of Karnataka has to say.
Karnataka will argue the matter because Tamil Nadu government has filed a petition asking water to be released. According to our stand, the petition filed by the Tamil Nadu government is not maintainable because Supreme Court has already given a final verdict on the Cauvery dispute.
Let's now speak with Captain Raja Rao, who I said was retired Secretary, MI and Environment Government of India. He is joining us on the phone line. Captain Rao, a very warm welcome to you on the show. Captain Rao, I have read you several times and I've seen that you've really followed the trajectory of the dispute between the two states. As of today, Captain Rao, what does one do so that this perennial problem of water sharing is resolved sooner rather than later?
Right. Thank you. Thank you for giving me this opportunity. But small correction, I am not the Secretary of Government of India. I am retired Secretary from Government of Karnataka.
All right. Our apologies are due.
Right.
And yes, sir, please go ahead.
At the outset, I would like to place on record the Tamil Nadu case is totally not right. For the reason, if you look right from 18th century, when there was no technology for high dams, entire water was flowing into Tamil Nadu Delta. They didn't allow us to take water even to small minor irrigation tank. How their claims are bogus or high is only understood after the tribunal came. First, they gave an interim order to release 205 TMC. Subsequently, after detailed discussion, tribunal made it 192. Subsequently, when we went, all party went to Supreme Court, they reduced it to 177.25. This itself clearly tells that Tamil Nadu was over-appropriating the water at the cost of the then princely state of Karnataka and subsequently Karnataka present state.
You know, Captain Rao, I am sorry to interject, but I remember even Nirmala Sitharaman during one of the budget presentations said very clearly, so far as river disputes are concerned, I think the two states should sit and find a resolution. Now you've said at the very outset that Tamil Nadu needs to reconsider what it is doing and saying. But if you talk to, you remember how the farmers went to court, that was a long time ago. In Tamil Nadu. And there were no politicians really involved in the farmers going to court. Now again, the Supreme Court also seems to be, the Honorable Court seems to be saying, this is outside our purview. You please solve this. We have so many tribunals, committees, organizing committees. Why is it that there is no consensus ever? And all this is also very political, but look at the tragedy of it, Captain Rao. There, Dravida Munnetra Kazhagam and here the Congress, they are allies in this big, conglomerate called India. I mean, what is going on? Surprises both Kannadigas as well as Tamils, sir.
No, madam, here one has to look at the Cauvery water dispute tribunal set up in 1990. They gave decision in 2007 after 18 years of struggle. And even when they said they did not give properly decision, they made an issue number 50 for distribution during distress years and surplus. But they did not answer what they should be done during surplus years, but only said proportionately reduced the users in distress year. But the tribunal constituted CWMA.
Solution, Captain Rao. What is the solution? That's what the people want to know, on both sides, sir. What should be done now?
The thing is very simple. See, the Cauvery basin has 740 TMC. The present storage, including minor irrigation, is hardly 370. It is not adequate. More storages are needed to hold water during normal years and even during surplus year. Then only the water can be properly handled. That is why the Mekedadu project is proposed by Karnataka, which is opposed by Tamil Nadu. And here, madam, I would like to give you a very, very, very strong evidence why Mekedadu should be there. Way back after 1924 agreement, the then British government officers at Madras Presidency, they have granted the clearance of Mekedadu Hydel project. Why now the Tamil Nadu government is opposing? Do they have a locus standi now to question that?
Yeah, I guess I'm not an expert, Captain Rao, but I see that this has been there from the 1800s, prior to the independence, after independence, in the 90s. It has gone on and on. And there has never been a solution, but like you say, Tamil Nadu government, according to you, allegedly is a state which is not playing fair on Karnataka. Let's see if there is a solution. Thank you so much, Captain Rao, for joining us on this broadcast and giving us the guidance about how to solve the Cauvery conundrum between two states. And up next, a special News9 documentary on the roaring success of South Indian movies and why not. We just, spoke about Allu Arjun having won the National Award for Best Actor. As North Indian cinema embraces Southern cinema like never before, can Bollywood withstand this surge? What's surging south? After the break. Vanakkam.
China won't let us rest easy on our borders, but they will keep flooding our markets. What does Xi Jinping really want?
I think he wants the Indian market, no doubt about it.
It's really a matter of showing their dominance.
India's great Chinese conundrum.
Nobody can contain it. Not the United States, not China, not anybody else.
Frenemies. Streaming now.
Violence, violence, violence.
I don't like it. I avoid. But violence likes me. I can't avoid.
It's the clash of the titans. A 300 crore rupee Hindi period film starring one of the biggest Bollywood stars, Akshay Kumar. The other, a Tamil blockbuster made for 120 crore rupees starring southern superstar Kamal Hassan. Both vying for the same pan-Indian audiences. Vikram powered to 100 crore rupees opening weekend. More than 3 times Prithviraj's worldwide collections. This is not the first time a blockbuster from the south of the Vindhyas has eclipsed a Bollywood release. "2022 is the biggest year for the Indian film industry. 4 Indian films have done business of over 2,000 crore rupees. India, the world's movie-making capital, is back in business. But there are no parties in the Hindi film industry, Bollywood. The Mumbai-based film industry is in mourning. Bollywood has had a dismal 2022. Films are flopping. Superstars aren't bringing crowds into theatres. The year's most successful film is Kashmir Files, a 15 crore rupee film without stars which went on to earn 250 crore rupees. Hindi audiences are enthralled by the southern stars.
The way we say stories are new, the way we are conceiving a script is new. I guess that is what is working right now.
You need one trigger or a catalyst to explode. So now they've exploded because of 4 films coming out one after the other.
I think that's great. It's a great era to be in because this is a time which has included South cinemas into the mainstream Hindi market also.
What's happening right now in the film industry? You see, there's something which never happened maybe in history, like a dub film being the biggest hit of all time in Hindi film history, and succession from Bahubali to Pushpa to Triple R to, of course, KGF 2 now.
Can Hindi cinema withstand the surging south? This year's southern blockbusters have several things in common. They are slickly made, larger-than-life action films centering around angry young men. This was a genre invented by Bollywood. Indian cinema's biggest phenomenon in the 1970s was the rise of the angry young man and the big-budget action blockbuster.
Big stars like N.T. Ramarao, Chiranjeevi, Rajnikant, all of them happened, their stardom happened in Amitabh Bachchan's remakes like Zanjeer, Trishul, Diwar and all that.
In the 1990s, the Hindi film industry moved towards romantic musicals. In 2017, Amir Khan's Dangal grossed over 2,000 crore rupees worldwide to become the topmost grossing Indian film of all time. Dangal was inspired by the true story of wrestler Mahabir Phogat and his daughters. Bollywood believed the path to the box office lay in realistic niche cinemas that would appeal to multiplex audiences. But Southern cinema continued with its action blockbusters. This culminated with the two-part Bahubali released in 2015 and 2017. Bahubali. The conclusion grossed over 1,800 crore rupees worldwide and sold 100 million movie tickets, the highest for any Indian film.
Bollywood never really took South cinema seriously. So South has always been over the top. And they kept on becoming more and more over the top. In fact, I remember one director I knew in Bombay. He used to give parties and they used to play South Indian cinema on mute. Because it looked so funny. Those people, the way they dance, the way they fight in over the top, dialogue delivery. They used it like a comedy track going in the party.
Bollywood continued to laugh all the way to the bank. 2019 was its best ever year. A record 17 Bollywood films crossed the 100 crore rupees mark. Bollywood seemed unstoppable. Then came the pandemic. Theatres were shut. Film shoots put on hold. And big releases postponed. The Indian film industry was devastated.
COVID-19 and everything is at a standstill. But if you realize that some of these guys were shooting much before Bombay decided to shoot, and they were also more adventurous. They went abroad and where there were no lockdowns, etc., and shot. Like Rajamouli was a big name, so any of these big name guys or the sudden big stars suddenly from 400 screens went to 3,000, 4,000 screens. These guys are not, we were, there's nothing to make fun of. They are as savvy and as smart looking and as well dressed as the northern stars.
The OTT explosion during the lockdown gives southern movie makers a new avenue to reach across the country. Digital and OTT revenues are more than theatrical revenues. The Indian film industry continues to wrestle with an acute shortage of movie screens to show its films. India's screen density is among the lowest in the world. It has 11,962 screens. China has 65,500 screens. The US has 35,280 screens. This translates into one of the world's lowest per capita screen averages. Hence, there is lesser money to be made from theatrical releases.
There are only 3,000 screens of multiplex and 9,000 of single screen cinemas. Those 6,000 are in trouble. India, unfortunately, has only 9,000 screens. 9,000 screens is less than you do on a per million seats. It will probably come to 7 seats per million population.
The 5 southern states actually produce 60% of the Indian films since the last 40 years, but their cinema rarely crossed the Vindhyas. Hindi, 4,831 crore rupees gross. Kannada, 522 crore rupees. Telugu, 1,404 crore rupees. Tamil Nadu, 1,460 crore rupees. Malayalam 604 crore rupees. Total industry size 9,000 crore rupees.
An effort was never made by South India to release their films in dub market because the general belief system was always that a film can only work if a local star, a regional, if Hindi stars will make Hindi films work, Telugu stars will make Telugu films work. That has been the general acceptance for decades, which is now broken. We never heard of Yash in Telugu industry, for example. Okay, I don't think even after KGF released also, North Indians ever heard of Yash. At least Bombay film industry definitely did not. So it became like a shocker when it opened at 54 crores. Yeah.
KGF 2 raked in over 1,000 crore rupees to become the second largest Indian blockbuster of all time. It had broken both the language and geographical barriers. Suryavanshi, the biggest post-COVID release with 3 leading Bollywood stars, grossed just 200 crore rupees. Southern films now compete with Bollywood and Hollywood films. Post the pandemic, Southern cinema has rebounded faster than Bollywood. There's a new confidence among Southern movie stars.
I don't know if I'm sounding arrogant, but I did get a lot of offers in Hindi. But my simple thing is, I don't think they can afford me in Hindi.
We in South, we are all, kind of accustomed and used to all the other languages. The North Indian part were not, kind of open, or, they had not explored our films in theatre. So very limited crowd had watched it in the television. So that way satellites were booming. Correct? So now we have hit the theatres, and for them it is new. The way we say stories are new, the way we are conceiving a script is new. I guess that is what is working right now.
What lies ahead for Bollywood in one of its worst years ever? Bollywood has a string of event movies lined up for the year. Could one of them break its blockbuster jinx?
I honestly believe there is no way forward for a long time. The reason being, because one is they will not have the conviction to make a film like a RRR or a KGF 2. The way Yash takes the line, violence, violence, violence.
I don't like it. I avoid. But violence likes me. I can't avoid.
I don't think a single actor in Bollywood can say that with the same conviction.
There's no issue. It's a good thing that's happening. It's like you never complain about South Indian petrol or North Indian petrol. It fuels our vehicles and we use it. It is for all of us to enjoy.
We should be actually blessed that we have so many beautiful cultures in our country, so many languages. Mutual respect can unite us in a very, very big way. Let me tell you that. Nothing can be stronger than India, if that's the way you look at it.
China won't let us rest easy on our borders, but they will keep flooding our markets. What does Xi Jinping